In this video, we're going to look at how to search through an array. Now, it's not as nice and easy as just typing in something in some parentheses and getting a value back. You have to call a method on it. An array is like an object, any other thing. So if we do an RI on array, we'll notice in the includes from the enumerable class that it includes, there's a couple of things that look like they're going to do some kind of searching thing. We got find, and we have find all here, and we have grep. Now, if you're not familiar with Unix type of environment, grep might not seem that familiar, but it's a regex searching type method. It's actually a program on Unix machines called grep that you do pattern matching with for regular expressions. So we have those three tools to use. Now, find and find all have each of them has a synonym. Find, its synonym is detect, and find all, its synonym is select. So I'll demonstrate those here in a second. So let's launch in the IRB. And the first thing, let's just create a simple array with some numbers in it, like that. And now the first one, let's take a look at a find or detect. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's do find first, and how the find works is that we give it a block, and then we're going to get a value, or the block will get a value, and then we can give it a test. And if this block comes back true on the first one, it'll give us that value back. So there we go. Now notice we didn't get all the values, we just got the first one. And we can see that if I do that, it's only going to give us the first one. You can really see it if we do something like, we'll check if the number's even by doing modulus on it. So make it clear. So a modulus 2, if it's an even number, it should give us 0. Well, it's just going to give us the first one. And just to show you that detect is a synonym, it's going to do essentially the same thing. Well, not essentially, it does exactly the same thing. It's just the same method call with a different name. So you might be wondering, well, I want to find all the values though. Well, that's where the next one comes in, find all. So find is just going to give us the first one in this, however it's sorted here. Now you could resort it, and we covered that in another video. But if we do a find all, then it should give us all the even numbers in there, and sure enough it does, 2, 4, 56, and 8. And this will work whatever test you have in this block. You can have, as we've seen in other block structures, this can be a fairly complicated structure with several lines of code or whatever you need, and as long as it comes back with a true or false answer, this is going to be satisfied. So you can do some complex looking up in these arrays if you need. Now, if you're just searching, that's where that grep comes in. So let's go ahead and create a new array with some strings in it, because typically that's what you're going to be using grep for, searching in strings. And say I want to find just the words that end in E. So if you don't remember that we covered some regular expressions in another video that's available on this series, but essentially what I'm asking in here is find all the elements of this array that have an E at the end. That /B is a word boundary, so you're essentially saying at the end here. So we'll go ahead and ask that, and you see now we get 1, 2, 3, 5. All of these end in the E on the end, and 4 and 2 do not. So that's how you use a grep, and you can put any type of regular expression pattern in here, and it's going to run on your array and give you back a subset array of whatever it finds. The final two methods I want to look at, we'll jump back to our X array, this one that we declared up here with the numbers, and that is X min, which gives us the lowest element in the array, and X max, which gives us the highest. Now you'll notice it's the value, because I put this 56 in here. That's the maximum value of an element in here. It's not the last element, it's the element with the highest value. So that's how min and max work.